Good luck.
Herkese merhabalar. IEFT Talks webinarlarına hoş geldiniz. Bugün Avusturya Büyükelçiliği Ticaret Müsteşarlığı ve 8 okulun katılımıyla Avusturya'da eğitim konusunda bilgi ediniyor olacağız. Öncelikle Büyükelçilik ve hemen akabinde okullar sunumlarını yapıyor olacak. Bu esnada lütfen sorularınızı questions kısmından yazmayı unutmayın. Sunum sonunda tüm sorularınız yetkililer tarafından cevaplanıyor olacak. İlk olarak Avusturya Büyükelçilik Ticaret Müsteşarlığından Ticaret Ateşesi Christian Mayer, Avusturya'da eğitim konusunda genel bir sunum yapıyor olacak. Mr. Christian, the stage is yours now.
Thank you very much, Ms. Celine. Thank you and a warm welcome to all participants and to all speakers from Austria. It's a pleasure to have you with us today in this sunny day in Ankara, and I guess also Istanbul will be sunny. So it's really a great pleasure to introduce you to 8 universities in Austria. But before we go on with this, I would like to give you a few explanations about Austria and how you can learn more about our study system. Well, let me begin with what is Advantage Austria, because you have seen that the organization is actually done together with International Education Fairs of Turkey, which we would like to thank for organizing this event, and us, Advantage Austria in Turkey. So who are we actually? Now, Advantage Austria is the official arm, the promotion trade office of the Federal Economic Chamber from Austria. So what we are mainly doing is assisting Austrian enterprises and companies in doing business in Turkey. So how does this come that we are also supporting academic institutions? Well, in the recent years, it has been decided that also the education is a very valuable export. So we are much more involved in the previous years now to help Austrian universities all over the world and to present our education system. So by taking this chance today, we are here in Turkey, and I would like to give you some brief information about where you can find more with Austria's education. Let me start with our own webpage. So if you go to www.advantageaustria.org/tr for Turkey, then you will find a webpage designed even in Turkish language, which gives you general information about how to do business with Austria. And you will also see a section which is called Education, Eğitim, which you can push, and then you will find more information about universities in Austria. And we have a leaflet, a brochure, which is called Fresh View, about education in Austria. And there you can find many educational institutions, not only universities, but also private institutions giving language courses or other continuous education. So as a second hint, I would like to give you is the famous Austrian Cultural Forum in Istanbul. This cultural forum is dealing especially with arts, with culture, and with education, with Eğitim. And when you address their webpage, I have written the link up in my presentation. When you access this webpage, you will find also more information about how to go to Austria and how to find more about education. The Cultural Forum, by the way, is located in the General Consulate of Austria in Istanbul, which is just near the lovely place of the Bosphorus. So please feel free to visit the webpage and maybe also the consulate itself. As a third hint I would like to give to you is the so-called Study in Austria AT page, web page. This web page is run by ÖAD, the Agency for Education and Internationalization. ÖAD is in charge of promoting Austrian universities, Austrian higher education systems, and assisting not only with finding places in dormitories, but also with finding grants or scholarships. So please feel free to visit the webpage www.studyinaustria.de or Studienwahl.at, which is German, select your study, www.studienwahl.at/English, EN. There you will find information about how to search for your program. Let me point out that in general, we have about 70 universities in Austria, which are universities with general arts, universities with medicals or in general subjects. We have private universities, we have the so-called universities of applied sciences, and we have teacher education. Some of them you will see today in our webinar. Let me just show you the map of Austria, in case you're not familiar with Austria. We are located in the middle of Europe, just between Switzerland, Italy, Germany, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, and Slovenia. So it's very convenient to be in the center of Austria, and the 9 districts, the 9 provinces that you can see here with their capitals like Bregenz, Innsbruck, Salzburg, Linz, St. Pölten, Eisenstadt, Graz, Klagenfurt, and the last one, but not the least one, Vienna, which is our capital. Of course, in each of these 9 provincial capitals, you will find universities. I have mentioned already the grants and scholarship opportunities. There's quite a number of possibilities that you can search for. Please feel free to enter the webpage grants.at from ÖAD, and there you can select according to the country of your origin, according of the subject that you're looking for, and so on. So this is a great opportunity to start looking for financial help. Last but not least, I would like to give you an overview of the 8 universities that we are going to present to you today. We have a variety chosen from west, from Innsbruck, to east in Vienna, from north in St. Pölten to south in Carinthia, Klagenfurt. You will find universities of applied sciences, you will find private universities, and you will find language courses. There's quite a spectrum of various programs that you will see. So let me keep you not longer waiting for this. I would like to hand back to Selime Hanım, and we will start the round going through each and every one of these universities. And at the very end, please feel free. We will have a Q&A session, and you can already type in now your questions. We will try to deal with it afterwards. In case if we cannot make all the questions, we have your names and we can contact you. So please feel free to ask whatever you would like to know. Thank you very much. And please, Ms. Selime, please, if you may take over.
Thank you, Mr. Christian, for your great presentation. I would like to invite Mr. Marco to the stage for his presentation. Hello, Mr. Marco. Let me introduce you. Merhabalar tekrar arkadaşlar. Şimdi de sırada Carinthia University of Applied Sciences'tan Marco bizlerle olacak. Kendisine sorularınızı questions bölümünden yazabilirsiniz sunum sırasında. Teşekkürler. Yes, Marco, the stage is yours now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello from Carinthia, from the south of Austria. It's a pleasure to present you our university and get you a short introduction of our study programs and why our students are here in Carinthia. So at first, I want to introduce you our 4 study departments. I'm starting with the black one, civil engineering and architecture. This study department is all about creating ideas and put them into practice. So architects start planning it, and civil engineers develop them and bring it into the practice. Our blue department, engineering and IT, it's all about the passion for technologies. That means in engineering, we do have study degree programs like mechanical engineering, systems engineering, and so on. In the sector IT, we do have study programs like informatics, we do have medical, IT, communication engineering, and so on. The green one, health science and social work, it's all about focusing on people. So starting from midwifery, going to health management, and ends with social work. And the last, but definitely not the least one, is the management sector, where we do have a lot of English spoken degree programs. So very interesting for international students or interests. The last one is all about creating values and doing that into management. Christian showed you already a short map of Austria. So we are located in the south of Austria. That means we're very close to Italy and Slovenia, so it's easier to go to Venice, or it's longer to go to Vienna as to Venice, for example. So we are approximately 4 hours away from Vienna and 2.5 hours away from Salzburg. So if you're interested to coming to Austria, so there are very good flight connections to Munich, what's also not far away from Carinthia as well as Vienna. So Austria is not that big. But we do have 4 campuses at our university. So the first one starting from the west is in Spital, the least one in Klagenfurt. So if you're interested, just come to our homepage and have a look at of all our campus. Students decide to come to our university because University of Applied Sciences are in general very practice-oriented. But I mean, all what you study, you can practice directly in your next job. We're speaking from job study in Austria or general study at the University of Applied Sciences is always a career booster. But means you're always in contact with companies, so it's a very good possibility to connect yourself with foreign companies to get a good job after your study. We are also international oriented, but means we do have many research projects as well as company communications between our university and so on. University of Applied Sciences also have mandatory internships, so it's a very good possibility to collect work experience during your studies. So all you learn, you can practice next to. You also have the possibility to do an exchange semester. So we have 52 partner universities where you can go abroad for 1 semester. Carinthia is also famous for its lakes and mountains. So our university is surrounded by lakes, so very beautiful. You see it on the left-hand side. Students mostly learn at the lake, and if you're interested in sports, there are many possibilities to ski, snowboard, hiking, and so on. Once more, we do have study and work programs. So if you're interested in studying, but also want to work next to, it's a good possibility to combine studying and working in once. At our university, we do have tuition fees of 363 euros a semester. For example, university don't have these tuition fees, except they are private. So we do have these fees as well. So this was just a quick overview of our university. So if you're interested, just get us your questions in the chat. We can talk later about it, or you can directly get in touch with us on Facebook, Instagram, and so on. Then we can get you all information. Thank you very much, and I want to lead to the next one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marco. May I kindly invite Miss Julia to the stage, please? Hello, Julia. Let me introduce you. Tekrar merhaba arkadaşlar. Şimdi de CEU Central European University of Vienna'dan Miss Julia bizlerle. Sunumunu yaparken lütfen sorularınızı questions bölümüne yazmayı unutmayın. Sunumlar bittikten sonra bütün sorulara yanıt verilecek. Yes, Julia, the stage is yours now.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Julia Staudacher, and I work in the Student Recruitment Office at Central European University in Vienna. I will give you a short overview of our university and the programs that we offer. Central European University was founded in the early 1990s, in 1991, and its main focus is on the humanities and social sciences. What is important to know about Central European University is that it's accredited in the US, Austria, and Hungary. And our campus is now located in Vienna, but we also still have offices in Budapest. I'm not going to say a lot about Vienna because unfortunately there's not a lot of time for that, but I'm sure you're all familiar with Vienna and all its cultural beauties and all the beautiful sites that you can visit in Vienna. Regarding our university, we have 52 undergraduate and graduate degree programs, and they're all taught in English because we are an American university. Our student body, which is highly international, is 1,400, and our students come from more than 100 different countries. Also, our faculty members are very international. We have 300 faculty members from over 40 countries. Our alumni spread all across the world, and we have an alumni body of about 18,000 alumni. The mission of our university is to promote democracy and open societies, diversity and human rights. We focus very much on good governance and the rule of law, as well as interdisciplinary research and critical thinking. A few words on our BA programs. In total, since we are a rather small university, as you could tell from the numbers, we have 3 BA programs that are all multidisciplinary programs. We have a BA in philosophy, politics, and economics, one in culture, politics, and society, and a brand new one in quantitative social sciences. All of those 3 programs are 4-year programs. After 4 years, you get an Austrian degree as well as an American degree, but you can also opt for a 3-year program, which then gives you the Austrian degree. All degrees are double accredited. As I mentioned before, in the US and Austria, you can double major in all 3 programs. They're multidisciplinary and very discussion-based, and seminar-style classes are offered. Our student to faculty ratio is 7:1, so you would get a lot of attention from the professors because class sizes are very small. You're offered career education from year 1. And another thing that is important to know is that our first-year BA students are housed through our university, and health insurance is covered by CEU. Okay, a few words on our PPE program, Philosophy, Politics, and Economics. It was inspired by the famous Oxford program, PPE. What I would like to stress here, because it's a very common question, is that you can double major in 2 out of the 3 disciplines. The BA program in Culture, Politics, and Society. It is a liberal arts kind of program with 12 possible majors. So this is very, I think, American, and very often students appreciate this. So you can choose between many different subjects such as political science, international relations, environmental sciences, human rights, and many more. Also here, you can double major. And this is our most recent and brand new BA program, Quantitative Social Sciences. I would like to stress here, if you want, you can still apply for the upcoming academic year for this program, because we still accept applications. What is so unique about this program is that it brings together hard science and social sciences. So it's a mix, so to say. So you would be trained in computational data analysis and mathematical modeling, as well as in social sciences. There are 5 possible majors that you can choose from, such as economics, political science, data science, sociology, and environmental science. And same with the other 2, you can double major if you want to. I'm not going to go into detail regarding our application process and requirements because it's quite, it would take a little bit longer to explain it, but you can find it on our website, or you can also reach out to me and my colleagues if you have any detailed questions regarding this. The only thing that I would like to add here is that it's pretty competitive, and you would have to do an interview. So the finalists would be invited to an interview by a panel. Then tuition fee for our undergraduate programs is 7,000 euros per year, since we're a private university. And you can also find the estimated additional cost of attendance here, just to give you an idea. Okay, a few words on our graduate programs. In total, we have 49 degree programs in 15 different departments. So you can see that there's a big focus on the humanities and social sciences. We also have business degrees, and I'm not going to go into detail here because, as you can probably guess, if I list all of them, it's going to take forever. However, we have a 1 or 2 year master's programs depending on the subject area. And most of them have a double accreditation. Some of them only have the American or the Austrian accreditation. So you would have to check that on our website. Also, for the graduate programs, there is a list of documents that you would need to hand in order to apply. So I would kindly ask you to check our exact requirements on the departmental websites. When it comes to financial aid, there are various financial aid packages available. However, if you want to apply for financial aid, you would need to apply by the priority deadlines, and these are usually in February. But you can find more detailed information on our website, which you can see on this slide. Okay, so that was the most important information that I wanted to give you. I recommend, if you want to check out more fast, just take a picture of this slide, so then you will have the right email address and also the address of our website. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Ms. Julia. May I kindly invite Ms. Nicola to the stage, please?
Hello.
Hello. Arkadaşlar, şimdi de sırada Language Center of the University of Vienna'dan Miss Nicola'nın sunumu var. Sorularınızı Questions bölümüne yazmaya devam edebilirsiniz. Dediğim gibi sunumlardan sonra tüm sorular yanıtlanacak. Teşekkürler. Yes, Nicola, stage is yours now. Thank you.
Hesna, thank you very much for introducing me. Hello, everybody from the University of Vienna, particularly the Language Center of the University of Vienna. My name is Nicola Crandall, and I'm the director here at the Language Center. Now, as my previous speaker, Julia, has already pointed out, Vienna is a beautiful city, and I've included some pictures. Maybe you have visited the city, and I'd like to let you know that it's not only a very beautiful place, but also a very safe place, and for students, quite importantly, a very fun place to be. And as I am sure you're aware of, the University of Vienna has a very long-standing tradition. It was founded in 1365, so over 650 years of academic learning, teaching, and research. And the Language Center of the University of Vienna is located on the beautiful campus of the University of Vienna. You see 2 pictures included here. So even on a very sunny, hot summer day, it's kind of a cool place to be located at. Now, at the Language Center, we offer 35 different languages. However, you see them listed here on the slide. However, I'm going to focus on German, as I assume that's the language you're most interested in. And I'd like to focus on how you get enough German to enter university, a German degree program in Vienna at the University of Vienna or another Viennese university. Don't worry, this looks a bit difficult, but I'll walk you through it. There's basically 2 options of how to reach a German level good enough for a whole degree program in German. Let's start with option 1. Option 1 would be to join the preparatory program. And in German, it's called Vorstudienlehrgang, hence the VWU, Vorstudienlehrgang der Wiener Universitäten. Now, how does that work? You have to have an A2 level in German already. All the German levels that I'm going to mention always refer to the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, CEFR. I'm sure you've heard of it. So you already need a kind of basic knowledge of German, and you need to be admitted to one of the Viennese universities. Then you enter the pre-degree program, and within this, you have very intensive German classes that take place every day, Monday through Friday, for 4 hours. Super intensive to get you ready for a German proficiency high enough to do a whole degree program in German. The excellent thing about the pre-degree program is that you already have student status, so you can apply for a student visa to Austria. You get health insurance for students, which is a lot more affordable than paying for it privately. These are the universities listed here that participate in this program. It's the University of Vienna, where also the language center is located at. It's the Vienna University of Economics and Business Administration, the WU, as it's called in German, Technical University of Vienna, TU, Medical University of Vienna, the University of Natural Resources and Applied Life Sciences, and the University of Veterinary Medicine in Vienna. So those 6 universities participate in this pre-degree program. Now, once you successfully complete the German courses, they lead to the so-called supplementary exam in German. And as soon as you pass this one, in German the word is Ergänzungsprüfung, hence the acronym EPD. As soon as you pass this, you can enter your real degree program at one of these Viennese universities. So that's one possible route for you to take. Let's look at option 2. Option 2 would be to take regular German courses, either at the language center or obviously any other language school, maybe also in Turkey. I do highly recommend you come to us though, obviously. You take regular German classes, but please note that by doing so, you haven't got any student status, so you need to take care of your visa and your health insurance by yourself. You can learn German up to C1 level and then apply for admission to one of the Vienna universities. And the certificate you receive at the language center for a C1 course that you take and you pass the exam is valid for entry. You don't need to take another additional exam or anything at all. However, if you take a different route, go to a different school, take classes in Turkey, for example, you can take the OSD certificate C1 to apply to a Viennese university. That's the other option. Now, I thought that maybe I got you kind of excited about Vienna and the idea of coming to Vienna. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our summer courses. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we're going to be teaching our summer courses both online and offline this summer. So even if it might still be kind of difficult to travel to Vienna for you this summer, you might want to think about joining an online class. You see the schedule here for our German summer intensive courses. They run 4 weeks in July and August and 3 weeks in September, 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. And the times indicated here, they're morning classes. At the times indicated are Central European Standard Time. So I believe that's 1 hour behind Turkish time. For the intensive courses, we also organize accommodation. So should you make it to Austria, should you be able to come here, then we can also organize you accommodation as student residence. As I said, you can also take these classes online. If you want something a bit less intensive, I would recommend our German summer evening courses. They run from July to September and meet only twice a week, either Monday and Wednesday or Tuesday and Friday and Thursday. They run in our evening time, so that will be 1 hour later again for Turkish time. Now, just a couple of images from our online classes, from our offline classes. Yes, our contact information. You see our website here, www.sprachenzentrum.at/en, and also our email address. You know, I'm going to be here for the Q&A session. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask me or get in touch. We're also on Instagram and Facebook. If you want to follow us, you always have the latest updates. And I'd like to thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you also for the organization of everything.
Thank you, Ms. Nicola. It was a great presentation.
Thank you.
Şimdi sırada MCI, Management Center Instructor'dan Aylin Hanım olacak. Aylin Hanım, sizi acaba stage'e davet edebilir miyiz?
Merhaba.
Merhabalar, duyabiliyoruz şimdi sesinizi. Teşekkürler şimdiden. Arkadaşlar sorularınızı questions bölümüne yazabilirsiniz. Teşekkürler.
Merhaba, adım Aylin Yiğit ve bugün mümkün olduğunca Türkçe Management Center Innsbruck Üniversitemizi tanıtmaya çalışacağım. Ve şöyle başlayalım. Evet, öncelikle biz neden uluslararası okumayı tavsiye ediyoruz burada? Çünkü Innsbruck şehri Avrupa'nın merkezinde ve özellikle bizim bulunduğumuz yer çok merkezi. Alp metropolünde bulunuyoruz ve bir yandan etrafımızda da gerçekten dağlar çerçevelenir ve ortasında biz tarihi eserler ve modern binalar arasında yaşıyoruz. Ve özellikle burası kayak merkezi, biraz Bursa'ya benziyor sanırım. Ve dünyanın her yerinden insanlar var burada okumak için gelen. Ve göründüğü gibi şurada komşularımız İtalya, İsviçre ve Almanya. Ve ortasında üniversitemiz bir yandan bilim ve uygulamayı birleştirdiği gibi işletme ve toplumu birleştirir. Şöyle devam edelim. Şurada gördüğünüz gibi resmi. Alp Dağları gerçekten tam da ortasında biz. Ve üniversitemizde bachelor, master ve doktora elde biliyorsunuz ve sanırım Türkçesi lisans, yüksek lisans ve öğrencilerimiz seçebiliyor. Ya tam zamanlı okuyabiliyorlar ya da tam zamanlı çalışanlar için de özel zamanlarımız var ve ya da online seçim var tabii ki. Ve bölümlerimiz ekonomi ve toplum, teknoloji ve yaşam bilimleri, yönetici eğitim ve bunların hepsinde İngilizce yapabiliyorsunuz, alabiliyorsunuz dersleri. Bu alanlarda çalışmalarımız da var tabii ki. Ekonomi ve toplum olsun, bu alanda işletme çalışmalarımız var, yani araştırmalarımız ve arayüzlerde ekonomik çalışma programları, örneğin iletişim bilimleri, hukuk, turizm vesaire ve teknoloji ve yaşam bilimleri içinde aynısı geçerli. Özellikle mesela mekatronik bölümünde olsun veya biyoteknoloji ve gıda teknolojisinde araştırmalarımız var. Ve teknik konularda ekonomik odaklanma da tabii ki var. Bizim için çok önemli olduğu için. Şöyle devam edelim. Ve bu slaytta hangi lisans programlarını, yani bachelor programlarını seçebildiğiniz yazıyor. Örneğin olarak Management ve Society bölüm içerisinde Business Administration veya sosyal çalışmalar seçebilirsiniz. Turizm olsun, farklı programlarımız var. Ve burada aynısı da master içinde geçerli. Gördüğünüz gibi farklı programlarımız var. Seçebiliyorsunuz bölümlerimiz. Ama bunu zaten bu slaytları falan size yollayacağız. Daha iyi görmeniz için. Şöyle. Ama size tabii ki daha fazla üniversitemiz hakkında bilgilendirmek isterim. 300'den fazla ortak üniversitemiz var. Almanca konuşulan dünyadaki en uluslararası üniversitelerinden biri olarak ünde konuşmaktadır. Bu öğrencilerin her yıl yurt dışında bir semester geçiren veya yurt dışından MT'ye gelen yaklaşık 1000 öğrenci, 16 çift diploma seçeneği ve bir Avrupa ortak içerisinde olmak üzere dünyanın her yerinden arkadaşlarının, profesörlerin ve öğretim görevlilerinin uluslararasından yararlanmaları anlamına gelir. Ve çok sayıda yurt dışında eğitim fırsatı var. Yaz olsun, kış olsun fark etmez. Buradan devam edelim. Ve tabii ki burada okumak isteyenler insanlar için ilk adım olarak başvuruda bulunmak zorundalar. Ve şöyle devam edelim. Ve başvurudan sonra 3 etaplı bir yol başlıyor. Tabii ki önce CV ve motivasyon yazısı göndermeliler. Potansiyel öğrenciler neden burada okumak istedikleriyle ilgili. Ardından sınava giriyorlar. Galiba Türkiye'deki üniversite giriş sınavlarına benziyor biraz. Ve son olarak da mülakat yapıyorlar. Ve örneğin olarak şimdiki başvuru tarihlerimiz bunlar. Ve 90'dan fazla ülkeden başvuranlar var. 30'dan fazla ülkeden çalışanlar var. Hocalarımızın bazıları mesela sadece İngilizce konuşuyor ve burada Almanca öğreniyorlar. Ve derslerin önemli bir kısmı İngilizce ve uluslararası konuklarımız oluyor. Uluslararası ortak şirketler var ve böylece öğrenciler uluslararası stajyerlikler mümkün oluyor. Ve burası bir dil merkezi. Ve uluslararası dönemler geçirebilir öğrencilerimiz. Yani oraya gidebilirler. Şöyle. biraz önce dediğim gibi 300'den fazla ortak üniversitelerimiz var. Çok sayıda ortak üniversite arasında Singapur Ulusal Üniversitesi var. Kısa süre önce son derece ünlü Hong Kong Bilim ve Teknoloji Üniversitesi dahil oldu. Ve başka bir mükemmel üniversite gemiye yani getirmeye başardık. Ve şurada gördüğünüz üzere 2019 ve 2020 yılında ilk 25 arasına girdik. Burada lisans programlarını söylüyorum, yani uluslararası oryantasyonu ve çalışma ortamı ile iletişim. Ve son birkaç resim, üniversitemiz İntikam merkezi olduğu için hemen zaten dağları görüyorsunuz. Böyle. Evet, teşekkür ederim.
Biz teşekkür ederiz Aylin Hanım. Sıradaki üniversitemiz Model University Vienna. Melike Hanım, sizi stage'e alabilir miyiz acaba?
Merhabalar. Bir saniye. Prezentasyonu yapıyorum.
Hoş geldiniz. Siz sunum paylaşırken ben notumu düşeyim. Arkadaşlar, sorularınız olduğunda questions bölümüne yazabilirsiniz. Sunumlar bittiğinde yanıtlanacaktır tüm sorular.
Sesimi duyabiliyor musunuz acaba?
Evet, duyabiliyoruz.
Tamam, süper. Prezentasyon şu an biraz uzun sürüyor da olması, bir saniyede bitmesi lazım.
Henüz gelmedi. İsterseniz şöyle yapabiliriz. Alttaki share bölümünden share screen, sonra application window sayfasında.
Onu deniyorum şimdi. Böyle olması lazım. Evet. Bu da görünüyor. Görebiliyor musunuz?
Geliyor. Evet, görebiliyoruz şu anda.
Oluyor mu şimdi?
Evet, ama tam ekran yapabilirseniz onu. Çünkü bir kısmı gözükmüyor.
Şimdi olması lazım. Herkes görebiliyor değil mi şimdi?
Bir sayfayı değiştirebilir misiniz acaba? Diğer sayfalarda böyle mi gözükecek diye, çünkü.
Görünüyor mu?
Yani şu an ilk sayfayı görüyorum. Sayfanın değiştiğini görmedim.
Ben değiştiriyorum ama herhalde çıkmıyor değiştirince.
Yok. İsterseniz olarak share'e tıklayın.
PDF olarak denedim ama uzun sürüyor yapması.
PowerPoint olarak da varsa eğer öyle de paylaşabilirsiniz.
Bir saniye. Şimdi buradan devam etmiyor. Evet. Bir dakika, bir daha deneyeyim. Şimdi oldu herhalde değil mi?
Evet, şimdi süper oldu.
Tamam, süper. O zaman ben sunuma geçiyorum. Sunumu İngilizce'de yapacağım. Herkese merhabalar. Benim adım Melike Doğan. Model University için çalışıyorum ve size bugün biraz üniversitemiz hakkında bilgi vermek istiyorum. Model University is located in Vienna, Austria. As you can see here, we are in the heart of Europe. Here you can see a picture of our beautiful campus. We are on top of a hill called Kahrenberg. You have an amazing view from our beautiful terrace, and we make sure that all of our students spend a lot of time on the terrace to just, relax after classes. To give you some important facts about the Modul University, our Modul brand is existing over 100 years. 1908, the first Modul Tourism School was founded. In 2007, the private university was followed. Very important is the fact that all of our programs are officially accredited worldwide, so you won't have a problem with your diploma that it gets recognized in another country. So let's say you have a bachelor's at Modul, but you want to continue with your master's somewhere else, you can do that without a problem. We have very small class sizes, around 20 students are in the classes. We have a very international student body. We offer different language classes for our students to give you exact numbers. We have 31 different foreign language classes. Of course, you can also learn German at our university if you would like to when living in Vienna. Right now, we have more than 100 countries represented on campus and 8,000 graduates worldwide. And last but not least, we have 700 partner companies where you can do an internship, for example. Very important is the fact that our courses are entirely taught in English, so you don't have to learn German, but of course you can if you want to. We have a very personalized teaching approach. You can start your studies in spring or fall, and of course you can also do an exchange semester if you wish. And as I mentioned before, we have amazing networking opportunities and around 700 partner companies worldwide. So to give you some good reasons why you should choose Modul, we give you a perfect mix of business-oriented and entrepreneurial focus. That means you won't only learn the theory in classes, but you will also have some business-oriented project and some practical projects during your classes. We have student clubs you can attend. We have different sports clubs, for example, or also a cinema club. There is something for every taste. We have a yoga club, a wine club, and so on. As I mentioned, we have the foreign language classes. These are included in the tuition fee, and an academic advisor for every student. So if you need tutoring, this is also for free. We are very proud of being ranked among the 25 top performing universities in top-cited publications, which means we have a very strong focus on research. Last but not least, we also have a startup hub where you can pitch your own ideas and where we help you to develop your own business idea and gain some experience in the entrepreneurial world. Let's talk about our study programs. Modul is a university focused mainly on business and management. Here you can see all of our study programs, from international management to entrepreneurship, international marketing, business psychology, applied data science, and tourism and event management and hotel management for the bachelor degrees. Then we also have master, MBA, and PhD degrees. Here you see a good example of our program structure. All of our study programs have, the same subjects in the first 3 semesters. So you will learn, all the business fundamentals like management, business administration, finance, accounting, mathematics, English, and of course some communication subjects. And then in the 4th, 5th, and 6th semester, depending on your major, you will have the specialization courses. Let's talk about the student life, which is also very important if you, decide for university. We start with orientation week for all of our new students. That means you come on campus 1 week prior to study start. You will meet your new colleagues. You will have fun team building activities and also get to know the university stuff that you feel more comfortable and, just more familiar with the university before your official start. We have the student clubs, as mentioned. We have a buddy program for students who move to Vienna and who need, some kind of guidance. We assign to you a current Modul student that will help you get around the city, opening a bank account, and so on, so that you don't feel alone here. We also have some amazing social events when there is no pandemic going on. We have, a kickoff party, for example. We have an international day where we celebrate the different cultures of our students. And what we also offer is a visa service agency where we assist you, to get your visa for studying in Austria. We have general student support also in, mental wise. If you need some mental support, we also give you that. And for example, right now we have some online coaching also available. And of course, we offer you some housing opportunities. And you have the opportunity to do an exchange semester. We have around 23 partner universities worldwide. So you can choose one of it and enjoy an amazing time abroad if you want to. And yeah, we have amazing accommodation opportunities. We work with different partner dorms. These are around 30 to 45 minutes from the university. And one, single room is around 300 euro per month. So let's talk about our career services. We also offer you, as I mentioned, international internship opportunities. We have our own job platform where you can look for internships and jobs, and the startup hub where you can, live your entrepreneurial spirit. Here you can see some of the partner companies we worked with in the past and where our alumni work right now, from Red Bull to Microsoft to Booking.com and Ritz-Carlton. We have a broad variety of different partner companies. So let's talk about admissions. How can you apply? Our admissions process is very easygoing. You first have to apply online. You have to upload the documents online we need from you. Then you will have an interview as a second step. And after the interview, within 3 days, you will get the final decision. Here you can see the documents we need from you. Of course, we need your high school diploma, and including your transcripts. We need a proof of English proficiency because our courses are all in English, a CV, motivation letter, a recommendation letter from one of your teachers, and a copy of passport. And here you can see our deadlines. So for EU students, you can still apply until the 31st of August. For international students, it's the 31st of May, so 1 week left. For the fall semester and for the spring semester, you still have enough time to apply. Last but not least, our COVID-19 response. How is it going on right now on campus? We have a hybrid teaching mode, so a mix of online and on-campus classes. Of course, we have hygiene and safety guidelines valid on campus. We have online student services for mental support, as I mentioned. You have to wear face masks, and the admissions process is fully online. But if one of you comes to Vienna in the next few months, you also have the possibility to visit the campus. This is still possible, so you can just write me an email if you want to have a uni tour, for example. So that's it from my side. I think you can just write the questions in the chat if you have any, and I'm happy to hand over to my next colleague. Thank you.
Teşekkür ederiz Melike Hanım. Şu an şimdiki okulumuz St. Pölten University of Applied Sciences. May I kindly invite Miss Michaela to stage, please? Hello, Michaela.
Hello.
Arkadaşlar, sorularınızı questions bölümüne yazmaya devam edebilirsiniz. Birazdan sunumlar bittiğinde tüm sorular sesli olarak yanıtlanacak. Teşekkür ederiz. Yes, Michaela, stage is yours now. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello and welcome. My name is Michaela. I work at the St. Pölten University of Applied Sciences, where I'm responsible for marketing and also for study counseling. I'm looking forward to tell you more about the St. Pölten UAS. At the St. Pölten UAS, we have more than 3,500 students in 26 study programs. We offer 13 bachelor and 13 master programs and various continuing education courses. Our university is steadily growing. Not only our range of studies is growing, also our campus. St. Pölten University of Applied Science is to be expanded and become Campus St. Pölten by autumn 2021. The goal is an innovative campus of the future, with state-of-the-art teaching and learning facilities and future-oriented workspaces. So if you apply now, you are going to start your studies at our new campus. The highlights of the new campus are 16 new seminar rooms, a self-learning zone, a learning lab and learning cafe, modern studios and labs, a future lab for the development of new ideas, a large library with studying booths, office rooms with modern equipment, and a green campus promenade. Our campus in St. Pölten is in St. Pölten. St. Pölten is the capital of Lower Austria, and it is only a 25-minute train ride away from Vienna. The university is located close to the city center of St. Pölten. It takes you about 15 minutes by foot from the university to the city center and the main train station. At the St. Pölten UAS, we offer bachelor and master degree programs in German and in English. You will find the study programs in the subject areas of media, digital technologies, informatics, security, mobility engineering, economy, health, and social sciences. For most of our study programs, the language of instruction is German. We also have English language study programs, the Bachelor Creative Computing, and the 2 master programs, Applied Research and Innovation in Computer Science, as well as Cybersecurity and Resilience. The Bachelor Creative Computing is a full-time study program, and it takes 6 semesters. The Bachelor provides you with necessary skills for planning, designing, and programming human-computer interfaces, and allows you to combine technical programming knowledge with creative expertise in user interface design, game design, web technologies, mobile programming, and augmented and virtual reality. Once you have completed the scientific training, numerous professional options in various sectors will be open to you. Our graduates are well equipped for jobs such as web designer and programmer, multimedia designer, user interface designer, front-end developer, full-stack developer, game designer, game developer, developer for mobile and web, and 3D application engineer. The next two study programs which I'm going to present are two Master of the Department Computer Science and Security. Both Master study programs have a dual organizational form. The dual structure of the Master degree program allows our students to put their acquired know-how into practice in projects and companies. The Master Applied Research and Innovation in Computer Science prepares our students for jobs at the interface between industry and research, so for a career in research, development and innovation departments of company, research institutions and universities. The Master Cybersecurity and Resilience prepares our students for a career in the cybersecurity and in the resilience sector, which is in strong economic demand right now. The program gives you not only comprehensive technical and organizational security competences, but also expert knowledge of technologies such as artificial intelligence. So, what are the reasons for studying at the St. Pölten UAS? One of the reasons are the great career prospects. The employment rate of our graduates is nearly 100%. We have practical experience incorporated in the study programs like projects or vocational internships. Because of our limited study places, you have your lectures and projects in a small group of students. Our lecturers know you and support you during your studies. We provide our students with modern infrastructure and state-of-the-art labs. You do not only use the labs and infrastructure for your lectures, you can also use them for projects or group works. They are available 24/7. Vienna is only a 25-minute train ride away. So if you want to experience Austria's biggest city, just walk to the train station and you will reach Vienna city center in no time. We also have a new iLab. In the iLab, students will dive directly into a human-centered design process by being presented with a current real-world problem. By going through various iterations of the process, you will try to find the real roots of the problem, the needs of the affected people, and create a solution that will meet these needs and create value for the users. So if you want to study at the St. Pölten UAS, you have first to apply online at apply.fhsdp.sc.at. Please upload all the required documents, like a copy of your passport, a proof of the required language skills, a proof of the general admission requirements, like your school leaving certificate or your bachelor degree certificate. And if you fulfill the admission requirements, we will invite you to the admission procedure. The admission procedure varies from degree program to degree program. Usually, it consists of a computer-aided test and an admission interview. Please inform yourself online about the admission procedure of your desired study program. After the admission procedure, we will inform you about the status of your application and whether you will be granted a study place. So, how much does it cost to study at the St. Pölten UAS? The tuition fees at the universities are 1,500 euros per semester. You also have to pay 20.20 euros student union fee per semester. The St. Pölten UAS offers high achiever scholarships, which are between 750 euros and 1,500 euros per year. You can apply for it. Living in St. Pölten is a bit cheaper than in bigger cities like Vienna. The living costs are about 700 euros per month. This includes all monthly costs, like a single room accommodation, transportation, food, health insurance, mobile phone, etc. So if you want to know more about the St. Pölten UAS, please don't hesitate to ask or contact me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mihaela. Buradaki okulumuz University of Applied Sciences Technicum Wien. May I kindly invite Simone, please, Miss Simone? Yes, she's here. Hello, Simone. Arkadaşlar sorularınızı questions bölümüne yazmaya devam edebilirsiniz. Birazdan sunumlar bittiğinde yanıtlanacak hepsi. Yes, Simone, stage is yours now. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Hello and welcome to a short introduction to our pre-college program at Technikum Wien and also a bit to the University of Applied Sciences itself. Thank you for being here. My name is Simone Faxa. I'm one of the course assistants at the program at the Technikum Wien, and I'm responsible for the pre-college program at Technikum Wien. So in case you have any questions afterwards, it is me you will be directed to. So far here at the University of Applied Sciences Technikum Wien, we have around 13,000 graduates growing annually and about 4,400 students. We currently offer 12 bachelor's and 18 master's degree programs, which are offered as full-time, part-time, and/or distance study programs. So even in case you don't have the time for full-time studying, you can pick a part-time study. You can do distance study if you're not, if going out of your country is not an option. Please just keep in mind that only as a full-time student here in Austria, you can apply for a student visa because student visa are not given to part-time students, unfortunately. 4 of these degree programs are also taught in English, which is a Bachelor of Electronics and Business Distance Study. This, for example, is aiming at people not able or willing to spend time abroad, as well as 3 master classes, a Master of Medical Engineering and E-Health, Master of Telecommunications and Internet Technologies, and the Master of Tissue Engineering and Regenerative Medicine. We at Technikum Wien place emphasis on providing a high-quality technical education based on a solid scientific foundation and also on practice orientation, with a focus on business and personal development. The combination of theory and practical application is of central importance to us, both in research and instruction. Our current research, for those interested in it, focuses on mostly very modern stuff, embedded systems and cyber-physical systems, renewable urban energy systems, secure services, e-health and mobility, tissue engineering, as already mentioned, and automation and robotics. Technikum Wien was founded in 1994. In 2000, we became the first institution in Vienna to receive the status of a University of Applied Sciences. And we are also a member of the European University Association and a network partner of the Association of the Electrical and Electronics Industries. I mentioned the pre-college program, which is kind of the international part of Technikum Wien. The pre-college program, in short, PCP, you might hear it afterwards a few times, is a preparatory course for high school graduates preparing to study at an Austrian university. Our PCP in particular aims mainly at future students of technical studies. Therefore, we provide a foundation of techniques-related pre-knowledge in physics, in computer science, electronic engineering, mechanical engineering, as well as in the languages German and English. Graduating from the PCP is mandatory to apply for any bachelor study at Technikum Wien and several other universities. So in case you want to come here and study, please bear in mind that you have to finish the PCP, get your basic knowledge and your German polish up, and then you can join Technikum Wien. Our main college program, pre-college program, is held in German and provides for regular studies at Technikum Wien or other Austrian universities. The 2-semester program requires, please, this is very important, an A2 level in German already. So if you have A2 or higher, you can apply to the 2-semester program. This is simply because students have to get their B2 exam, and this is very difficult to our experience if people below standard level of A2 start. The B2 level enables them to apply for a bachelor study here. For those who have not been learning German for the past years, we offer a so-called PCP Extended, which is our offer for students with no or very little German knowledge. This goes for 3 or 4 semesters, depending on the actual German level. The first 2 semesters focus strongly on languages and mainly on German, to bring the students to A2 level so they can really join the 2-semester PCP when it starts. For students with A1 level, we offer the 3 semesters. For students who want to discover German as their new 2nd or 3rd level, we strongly suggest the 4-semester PCP. We also have an admission exam before you can actually join the PCP, and it covers questions about physics, mathematics, English, and German, just to give us an overview of where you stand. We also will have a personal online interview for international students not coming from the Chinese region. You will be meeting me again, and this is also where you can ask questions that might arise now. As for the prices, which usually is a very interesting topic, the PCP is unfortunately not funded by the government, so prices range from 7,900 euros for the 2 semesters to 12,500 euros for the 4-semester program, depending on the duration. On the contrary, most regular bachelor's and master's at Technikum Wien are governmentally funded. So they are relatively affordable, which means that once you pass the PCB, the affordable classes are open to you. Our latest addition to the pre-college program family is the PCP for Technical and Business Studies, with which we are answering the demand for a preparation that goes not just into the strictly technical sector, but also into technical related business positions. This program is held entirely in English, so this is also an option for students not interested in learning German or not particularly interested in learning German at a high level. The students can focus either on business administration or on computer science, offering possibilities for a further career in techniques-related companies or just as our German PCP in any field of technical application. As you can see, there is the choice between computer sciences and business administration. You might want to know how we answered the biggest challenge in the past year, COVID-19. It did have a huge impact not only on the economy, but also on the teaching sector. We did right to decide that we are going to keep up our service for all our students worldwide, despite travel restrictions. So we have now an entire year of new knowledge how to handle this. Almost all lessons are even now held online and can be followed via Zoom, or no matter where students are at the moment. We have students living in Vienna, Zooming with us. We have students in India or in Arab countries joining us in the classes. Lab classes are the only classes that are held at campus, obviously, because they require actual work in the labs. These are following all safety regulations, but even here we have found solutions like streaming and Moodle documentations, because we, of course, have students who were not in a position to leave their country or to enter Austria during the several lockdowns we've already faced. Currently, we are hoping for a worry-free start in October, but are still prepared to keep up the offer of providing every student interested with access to our studies. So even if you are still in doubt, will I be able to travel? Will I be able to go to Austria? Even if you join, you will have the chance to follow the classes, to join the classes, and to get everything from the program that you want and need. So if this has gotten you interested in either joining the pre-college program or getting more information about it, or getting more information about the studies that you can pick after you've graduated from the PCP, please contact me. My name is Simon Faxa. I am responsible for the international students except Chinese area. So just write to me or WhatsApp me, and I can answer the questions that don't have time now in the question and answer section. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Ms. Simone. Sıradaki okulumuz soru cevap bölümünden önceki son okulumuz olan Vienna School of International Studies. May I kindly invite Ms. Melusin to the stage, please? Hello, Ms. Melusin. Arkadaşlar sorularınızı questions bölümüne yazmaya devam edebilirsiniz. Birazdan soru cevap bölümüne geçiyoruz. Teşekkürler. Yes, Melusin, stage is yours now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the Vienna School of International Studies, Diplomatische Akademie Wien. We are one of the oldest professional schools in the world, working since 1754, and we are educating global leaders. So we are more active more than a quarter of a millennium. So I will present you our study programs, our cooperative exchange programs, give you some information on fees and financial assistance, show you some details about our student bodies and the careers of DA graduates. So at the moment we have 4 study programs. 2 are master programs. One is the so-called MICE, the Master of Advanced International Studies. The other one is a more technical one, the so-called ETSIA. This is the Master of Science in Environmental Technology and International Affairs. So if you're interested in environmental management on the international level. Then we have a diploma program. This is a 1-year program. The master courses are 2-year courses. The ETSIA course takes place the first year at the Diplomatic Academy of Vienna, and the second is taking place at Vienna University of Technology. Then our 4th program is a PhD program, where the first year is taking place here at the Diplomatic Academy, and the other for 3 years are taking place at the University of Vienna. So we have different admission procedures. The master programs you have a written application. For the diploma program, you have an entrance examination. Our school is open for all faculties. You need to have at least a bachelor degree with 180 ECTS points, then you can apply at our academy. Furthermore, you need a language degree in English C1, C2 for the master programs, and for the diploma programs, your English need to be fluently, and you need also to have basic knowledges in French and German. What is our goal? We would like to equip you with further capabilities in international relations, international economics, international European law, and contemporary history, so that you are fit for careers in diplomacy, EU institutions, international organization, public service, or business, for example. We have cooperative degrees at the moment with the Johns Hopkins University Science Bologna Center and the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy in the US. In this, the cooperative degrees, you stay 1 year here at the Diplomatic Academy, and the second you will learn at the other institutions. We have also 3 months exchange programs during our studies. At the moment with Stanford University, with MGIMO in Russia, QGIS in Korea, the China Foreign Affairs University, and the Hebrew University in Jerusalem. Our tuition fees for the academic years are very easily. They are all for all courses the same, 13,900 euros the year. There's also the possibilities of financial assistance. There's full or part tuition. There are full or part tuition waivers. Then you have scholarships from the DA Scholarship Fund. They are merit-based, and you need to have financial needs. And you have also scholarships to certain target groups. You found more details about this on our homepage. We are a very small institution. At the moment, we have 215 international students coming from 54 countries. The male-female ratio at the moment is 63% female and male 37%. The average age of our students at the moment is 25.1 years. And you see the academic background from our students is political science, international relations. It's a majority at the moment, but also law, history, economics, languages, or other. Here's some pictures from the last graduations which were possible to take place. Where our alumni is working. You see, despite of our name Diplomatische Akademie Wien, the biggest importance part at the moment is already the private sector with 34.1%. But you have also other important sectors like the public administrations, European Union, foreign service. This is a bilateral foreign service. Then multilateral foreign service like the United Nations or other international organizations. Then you have the possibilities to find jobs in NGOs, in lobbying, education, science and research, and also press and media and other sectors as well. So if you are interested, we would be very happy to see you at CDA. You could find more information under DA Vienna ACST study at CDA. There you'll find all details about the programs. You could also contact us on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So this is our director, and he would be very happy to welcome you at the Vienna School of International Studies.
Thank you very much, Ms. Melusine. And time is QA session. May I kindly invite Mr. Christian and the other speakers, please, for QA session. Şimdi soru cevap kısmına geçiyoruz arkadaşlar. Sizlerin questions bölümüne yazdığınız soruları değerli okul yetkilileri yanıtlıyor olacak. Hello again. We have many questions in the questions box. Some of them general questions, some of them specific questions. If we start from the bottom side, it would be better because the first question is in the bottom.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello. I think Mr. Christian Meyer's got connection problems, I suppose. So I would like to suggest that we, before answering all the questions, that now it's good here.
Hello, Manuela. Sorry, yes, I just fell out of the game, let's say. Sorry for that.
So I hand over to you again. Okay.
Thank you very much. Sorry again. Well, first of all, thanks to all the speakers. We have seen a variety of different programs of different universities. And also with this variety, we also have a big variety of questions. Now, before we go into the detail, I kindly would invite our student, Matthias, if he could join the stage. Matthias actually is an intern at one of our offices in Turkey, in the office Advantage Austria in Istanbul, and he will give us some information about student life in Austria. Matthias, are you here? I cannot see you for the time being. No, it seems that he also has some technical problems. So let's wait till he approaches us and let's go straight to the question and answer session. Now, I had a look while the presentations were done, and there's quite a number of questions. And if you don't mind, I would like to sum them up because some of them are actually dealing with the same area. Matthias, okay, now he's here. Welcome. So, Matthias, before we start with the question and answers, could you give us a short overview about how is student life in Austria, especially in Vienna, please?
Yes, thank you, Christian. Sorry, I had some technical issues because I couldn't get in on the stage. My name is Matthias Koik. I finished my legal studies at the University of Vienna in March, and now I do my internship at the Advantage Austria. And I'm here just to talk briefly about student life in Austria. And there are just a few points I would like to mention. The first one would be that in most studies, of course, I can't talk about every study. I can talk mainly about law and economy and some other social studies where your timetable isn't very fixed, which gives you the possibility of scheduling your day more or less as you like, with the possibility to work beside your study, which is opportunity which most students I know take into account, which brings me to my next topic, to the cost of living, because I also saw it was a question in the question forum. I can speak about Vienna and I can speak a little bit of Innsbruck because that's my hometown, that's where I'm originally from. So the two most popular options of living for students and also the most economist possibilities are either a shared apartment or dormitories, and they range from 300 to 400, sometimes even 500 euros per month. But I think averagely it's between 350 and 400 euros a month. And additionally to that amount, I would say there is another 400 euros a month you need for living. I think that Vienna is a pretty cheap city for being a European metropolitan. In my opinion, it's cheaper than Paris or London or Rome. So you can have a very good standard of living for a little bit under 1,000 euros a month. Another point I would like to stress is the very good position, the geographical position Austria and especially Vienna has in Europe. So if you want to travel around Europe, it's the perfect place to start your traveling. And also, like, the academic year in Austria is from October, September to the end of June, beginning of July, depending on which university or what studies you do. So in the summer months, a lot of people are traveling around Europe because it's pretty accessible from Vienna, and it's also, they have very good deals and a big airport with cheap flights. That's pretty much it from me. And also traveling to Istanbul, which I also did during my during the time I was a student. is quite affordable and also within reach of 2 hours. So I think it's a very, very good opportunity for you to study in Austria, and I just can recommend it because the academic level is very high, and as it has been mentioned, it's also a lot of fun in Austria. So I hope to welcome some of you or all of you soon here in Austria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Matthias. Yes, we hope that we can send many Turkish students in the next months to Austria, especially as now in Austria, the time of coronavirus is also getting better. The lockdowns are finally ending, and we are very positive that maybe with next winter term, the semester can start at least sometimes in person and sometimes again virtual. Now, as I said, there's quite a number of questions, and I would like to summarize some of them. One question was raised concerning the languages, if it's necessary to present a German language course or to have an English language course. Now, as you saw from the presentations, not all programs are done in English, not all programs are done in German. So depending on the program that you would like to apply, you might need to present a certain level of German or a certain level of English. So this brings me actually to the very important point of the application process. Some of the speakers have pointed it out in detail, and I would recommend that for each university, you directly get in contact with them and ask them about the application process, about the requirements. Because generally speaking, in Austria, it is up to the university to make decisions how they can accept students. It will vary from a bachelor program to a master program. It will vary from a private university to a public university. Maybe as a rule of thumb, for Turkish students, for Turkish nationalities, normally they have to prove that they are able or that they are allowed to study in Turkey. In Austria, a student can start his study if he passes the student exam, which is called Matura. So if you have the right to start a study in Austria, or let's say to start a study, the same we ask for students from abroad. So if a Turkish student is allowed to start a study in Turkey, normally he also can start in Austria. But again, please check with the universities about their entrance requirements, what they are asking for. Another question has been about what's the difference between a University of Applied Sciences and a university in general. Now, there are quite a number of differences, but let's put it that way. The public universities, most of them very old. They are from, let's say, 200, 300 years, sometimes even older. But the universities of applied sciences have been founded new in the 90s. So they are about 20 or 30 years old. Now, these universities are very much targeting the industrial sector. So they focus on subjects like business, management, or technical. You saw it from some of the presentations, which are really very much focusing on like Technikum Wien. So depending on the type of study, you might apply for a University of Applied Sciences or for a public university with general courses. It's up to you. Normally for humanities, you won't find it in universities of applied sciences. Another difference I would like to mention is that the study program in the universities of applied sciences is more streamlined because they are designed for the industry. So normally after 4 years, you get a bachelor degree, whereas in a normal, let's say, open university, you can put together your program yourself, and it might last 4 years or 5 years, depending on your abilities, how you proceed. But this is very general. Now, another question was raised concerning the exams. If I fail once or twice or even 3 times, what will happen? Well, that's life. I mean, if you fail, you will have to choose another program, or maybe you will have to choose another university because you cannot study endlessly. But how many takes you have, how many chances you have, again, will depend on the university itself. Another question, which is very general and of course, which is always asked when we talk about studying in a different country, it's the very important visa question. Now, generally speaking, if you want to study in Austria, you still can apply for a visa, although there are these limitations by coronavirus. We all know that traveling for the time being is very difficult, but if you want to start a study, so if it's not holiday, you can apply for a visa, and you can do that either in Ankara at the Austrian embassy or in Istanbul at the Austrian Consulate General. You have to go there in person because asking for a student visa for a residence permit is a little bit more difficult for a holiday visa. So the time is still there, but I would recommend first get in touch with the university, check with the procedure for applications if you get an acceptance, and then hurry up for the visa, which you can get, although there are still corona restrictions. Let me have a look at the list, what else we have here. Well, there was a question about how to choose general or specific subject. This is a very specific question, of course. I mean, it depends when you have studied, let's say, a technical and mechanical engineering program, and you want to proceed now with another mechanical or engineering program. Then I suggest please have a look at this webpage that I suggested to you at the beginning, www.studienwahl.at/English, because there you can search according to the subjects. If you have not memorized the webpage now, later on you will find it in the presentations. You will find the whole event on the webpage of IEFT and on our webpage, so you can have a look. Generally speaking, all the questions that you have raised and that we cannot summarize now or go answer in detail, we will send to you by email if we have your email address. So please feel free to get in touch either with us, Advantage Austria in Ankara, or with IEFT, International Education Fairs of Turkey, or directly with the universities that you have seen now today in the presentations. Okay, this was a very quite broad answer to many of the questions. One question which Matthias also has already touched upon was the cost of living. It has also been mentioned by the Fachhochschule University of Applied Sciences in St. Pölten, for example. There was an estimation of about 700 euro per month. In Vienna, it's a little bit more. I would say it's about 1,000 euro per month, so you can have a good living. It depends a lot on your needs and wishes. If you choose a dormitory or if you choose what we call Wohngemeinschaft, so if you rent a flat together with friends, the prices will be different. Or if you rent a place on your own, again, it will be different. But generally speaking, the cost of living, I would say, might compare to the cost of living in Istanbul, in big cities also like Ankara. The price level is, as Matthias said, a little bit lower than in big metropolis like London or like New York. But still, of course, Europe, Austria is a country which has its costs, and I suggest that you have to look for some sources. Concerning sources, I mentioned also these scholarships and grants. Some of the universities also have shown their own possibilities to ask for a grant. So please feel free to get in touch when you apply for a program. Maybe there is a certain scholarship available. If not, then please go to the webpage www.grants.at, where you can find in general about scholarships. I'm not sure if I have answered all the questions, but I would like to open also the forum to the speakers. Is there any question you would like to answer in particular for your university? Please feel free to do that. We also had a question concerning, let's say, medical faculties. Some students were interested in medical studies. Today, we did not have a medical university amongst us, but we do have, of course, medical universities in Austria. So I recommend to contact them directly. There are medical universities in nearly all regional capitals, and again, they will be open to accept students. The same applies to the questions for technical studies, for master studies. Please, again, please have a look at the technical universities themselves. Okay, so I think that in general, most of the questions I answered in a pretty rush, let's say, as time is running out. May I ask our speakers, are there any questions you would like to address in person?
Christian, just I see a question in Turkish. I can translate it for you. Ahmed says that I'm graduated from an open high school. Is it a problem for apply for any Austrian university?
Well, if the student has a certificate which is valid in Turkey and which grants him the process to start a study in Turkey, normally it should not be a problem. But again, he should first have a look at what kind of studies he wants to do, then contact the universities and present his degree, or let's say school leaving exam, so that they can check. It's up to the university. They can make a decision. For some programs, for example, master programs, you are also valid to study if you have done, let's say, work before, if you have work experience. So it differs. But in general speaking, if he can study in Turkey, he will be able to study in Austria, I would say. Any other questions? Yes, there was 2 questions about the IB, the International Baccalaureate. That's the same. If you can study with an IB, let's say in any EU country, of course you can study in Austria as well. Normally the IB, that's why it's called International Baccalaureate, gives you the chance to study easier abroad. Please, again, try to speak with the university, send your applications, and they will get back to you. Okay, then I think that for today we have covered quite a broad range of different universities. I would like to thank again all the speakers for taking the time for presenting their programs. All of them are very challenging, are very interesting, so you can choose between Innsbruck, living between the mountains, going for skiing, or living in Vienna, going for a vineyard in the afternoon, or living in St. Pölten or in Carinthia, enjoying the countryside. So it's up to you. Austria really is worth going there. I really would recommend to do it. Please give it a try and hope to see you there. Let me hand back to Ms. Selime, and thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you, Mr. Christian, and all our participants for a great session. Also, we have received many questions. You covered most of them. So it was a very beneficial webinar for all attendees, we believe. It's always a great pleasure to have Advantage Austria and Austrian institutions at IEFT events. We hope to see you again all in our face-to-face events.
Thank you very much, and greetings also to our colleagues in Austria. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you very much. Herkese çok teşekkürler katılımları için. Yine ekstra sorularınız için iletişim bilgilerinden, e-mail adresinden kendileriyle kontağa geçebilirsiniz. Üniversite temsilcilerimizle. Saat 6'daki webinarımızda da bekliyoruz. Görüşmek dileğiyle.
Thank you.
Thank you again. It was a pleasure to have you all at IEFT Talks, Mr. Christian, and all.
Thank you for organizing. Thanks to IEFT for organizing this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye. Goodbye.